Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Puput Luneto, and in this section, I want to explain about and analyze the learning method for blind students at SLB Gorontalo, especially in junior high school. The next is introduction. For the introduction, the method is used by the teacher to achieve a planned target. Learning is the process of achieving knowledge or skill based on the acquisition of student from the delivery of a teacher. Mulyono and Point D in Perpat Room A 2020 reveals that teaching materials are a set of information that must be absorbed by students through learning fun. So it can be concluded that the learning method is one of teaching materials needed by the teacher to facilitate the delivery of material so that students can easily grasp the material. So the next student activity. In this section, when I go in SLB, I got 4 activities that students always make in this school. The first is morning gathering, and the second time to refresh, and the next knowledge class, and the last skill class. So the first, this is the morning gathering. I take the video, and in this section actually all students have disabled morning gathering together in one place. So in this section the teacher after morning gathering, before they go to the class, the teacher give something like motivation to them. And the next is the result information from English teacher. From I interviewed the English teacher, I got six point from here. But why I only do interview with the English teacher? Because in this condition the teacher very busy, so the teacher not available to doing the observation directly with us. So the first result I've got from the English teacher, it is the learning process use the audiovisual media and use real media by touching objects. In this real media, not always the teacher use, but it is sometimes. And the next is from one semester until now, the material is still about greetings. It seems like they are stuck in greetings material. And the third is for the assignments, it will be read directly by the teacher. And the fourth is the learning process 1 hour 35 minutes. And the fifth is there are still many teachers who don't know how to use Braille. This is the one of biggest problems, because there are many teachers in that school didn't know how to use Braille. As we know, the Braille is one of media learning important for a blind student. And the last is one of them in this blind student, especially in junior high school, they have 2 students. The first one of them 9th class and had slightly blind or blind student, and one of them 7th class had low vision. So the next interview with class guardianship. With class guardianship, we are interview directly, because in this situation when we go in this school, the guardianship available to us. So we are doing the interview directly with guardianship. So this is the video. And I got the point from interview with the guardianship, which is the first, the class guardianship is always together with the English teacher. And the second, they have two children in the blind class in the junior high school, same with the English teacher said before. And the next, one of the two blind students only had a low vision. And the last, the facilitate are limited in this school, especially for blind student, because in the room blind student, it is combined with the physical disabilities and what is it? Oh, only two disabled in that room. There are blind disabilities, and the second physical disabilities. So the guardianship said that the facilities are limited in this school. So the next is the low vision student is already busy with a project and the other one is still sick. So, alright, so what is the method the teacher used? So the method the teacher used, there are lecture method and Q&A method. So what is lecture method? According to Nizar and Hasibuan 2011, page 58, the lecture method is a method that provides explanation of the material, usually done in front of several students. This method uses spoken language. Students usually sit while listening to the explanation of the material presented by the teacher. So, what is Q&A method? Q&A method is a method in which the teacher uses or gives statement to the student and the student answer, or vice versa, the student asks the teacher and the teacher answers the student question. The next is how the teacher implement the method in classroom. So the first, the teacher explain the material. So it is uh, lecture method, and the second is the teacher uses audiovisual media and sometimes uses a real media. The third is the teacher run lessons simultaneously between the blind and low vision. Actually, as we know, the disability student need especially learning from us. So I think it couldn't better if the teacher runs lessons simultaneously between the blind student and the low vision student, because they are have different needs. So the next is the teacher gives question to student when they have explained. It is the Q&A method, and there are the implement method in the classroom that teacher used. So the next is discussion. Students in Gorontalo City SLB, especially the blind student, need to get more attention because of the limited media used in that school. The learning method helps a little, namely using the lecture method and the question and answer method. However, it would be nice if the achievement of the effectiveness of a method is also associated with the learning media used by taking into account the needs of students. This has been proven in SLB class 7 Payakumbuh by using the same method but a different learning media, namely modifying Braille media into a Braille scribble game. It is so interesting. And the next is what method suggestion could be a solution from the SLB Gorontalo City. So I put the drill method and braille media as a suggestion for them. What is drill media? So according to Remediolist, the drill method, I think what is drill method? According to Remediolist, the drill method is called reading training, which is intended to gain dexterity or practice skills on what is learned, because only by doing practically a knowledge can be perfected and prepared. And the next, what is Braille media? So Braille is a type of touch writing system used by the blind. This is the important medium or media for blind students. Irradiating et al. 2018, page 4. Braille is proven to be able to improve the English vocabulary mastery of blind students. And why did you choose the method? Why I choose this method? So I choose this method because the drill method is a solution. In this method, students will play an active role, where besides students only hearing material through the teacher explaining using the lecture method, and student answering questions from the teacher through the question and answer method, it will be even more effective if it is combined with the drill method itself, where students can practice directly in the classroom. Alright, so the last is conclusion. For the conclusion is, learning English for students at SLB Gorontalo City is less effective. This is because the media used isn't the abilities of the student needs. The effectiveness of learning is not only based on good learning method, but also related to student learning media. This is directly proven by the statement of Mrs. Fico, an English teacher at SLB Gorontalo City, which is they fixed on the greetings material, and also proven by the success of class 7 student of SLB A Payakumbu in learning using modified Braille media, namely the Scrabble Braille game with the same method. So the conclusion is, the teacher in this city, I mean SLB Gorontalo City, need to think more the special needs student. So with that, it is suggest teacher at SLB Gorontalo City, especially English teacher, must teach according to the needs of student. And the teacher in a school with special needs must be know exactly what student needs so that learning can be more effective. The the biggest point is the effectiveness of learning isn't only based on a good learning method, but also relate to student learning media and the teacher skills. I think that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.